Hi friends, happy Halloween. I just wanted to post a quick walkthrough of my edit on this picture. We are going to take this to this in a pretty quick amount of time. I'm not a super extensive editor. If you know me, I'm pretty much like what you see is what you get, but I had a lot of fun doing this one with my daughter. So I am in a fall loop on Instagram, and this week's theme is costume. So I had kind of rested on my heels a little bit on this theme, um, and wanted to do a family shot, but it just wasn't cool enough. So we went out tonight, just real quick, to the street light that I've been wanting to shoot under, and we just snagged a couple of these real quick, and I had fun editing it, so I thought I'd record it. So the first thing that I did was get rid of these distracting lights in the background with the spot removal tool. I got rid of this, and then I knew I wanted to add some light effect coming in from the left-hand corner, so this is part of the light source here, and so I got rid of that as well. So that was the first thing that I did. Also, I wanted to crop it in more with the rule of thirds, so I just took this corner right here and brought it down right about there. Also, I knew I wanted to darken pretty much everything other than her. So I did a radial filter right here, and that's going the wrong direction. That is brightening everything up, but I can fix that real quick. So this is brightening everything up. We're at plus 0.5, plus half a stop. But we actually want to darken everything. So we'll do minus 0.5. We'll fix that. Then it's just a bit dark in her face. I wanted to bring some life back to her skin, so we can raise the exposure on the whole thing by about a full stop. And then I want to warm this up considerably. Obviously street lights are not known for their white balance. I want it to be super warm, and it looks rather green, so up the tint there to 75. Then I'm going to go ahead and apply my preset. This is a Lauren and Chris preset, and it's from Tribe Archipelago. This is just one of my favorite ones. You can see I've created my own version of it and renamed it over here, Lauren and Chris 3 Tweaked. This is my tweaked version of my favorite preset of theirs. And then when I apply the preset, the shadows are just really dark, and you can see they've already been lifted to plus 60, so we're going to raise them just about as high as they'll go. And then this area is pretty distracting right here, so we're just going to reduce the exposure by 2 full stops, and you can see I have my feather turned up to 100. So we're just going to brush this down. Oops, minus 2. Again, wrong direction. So we're just going to, and then I kind of want to let that tree disappear too. So we're just going to brush this off around her. And then this little hot spot right here is bugging me, so I'm going to do another one. And make my brush much smaller, and we're going to do it just right here so that that spot kind of disappears. It's kind of competing for her a little bit. So there's that. And then I also want to brush around back here. It looks a little bit too warm, so I like her skin tones here and what's going on there, but it's just a little bit too warm. So we're going to drop exposure a little bit more and reduce the saturation. So again, big round brush. And this is just so the warmth doesn't compete. I really want her to stand out. And let's do one more again on that spot. And then I'm just erasing it back off right here so that the lines aren't quite so harsh. There. Now that spot practically disappears. So that's pretty much my edit. So we did spot removal, we cropped it, radial filter around her, added my preset, did some brush work, temp and tint, and now we are ready to add the fun light effect here. And I did that through a program called Exposure. So we're just going to right click on this. We're just going to right click on this and edit in Exposure 6, and that'll open up the plugin. It takes a few seconds to load. Okay, maybe more than a few seconds. I have all these fall sessions on my computer that are lagging it up. Okay, so we're going to take this into Exposure and we're going to do a light effect. And they have all these cool light effects. Obviously, that's not the one that we're going to do. I need something that doesn't add a lot of color. And actually, I let my daughter pick which one we used. Sorry for all the scrolling. But she really liked this one. Obviously, that is much too drastic. So we're going to go over here and reduce the opacity to about 30. So now it's really cool because we have the hint of the trees coming in from the top corner. It makes these tree rays. So that looks really good. And I'm going to bring that back into Lightroom. And I'll show you what I do. The light is rather white. It's not warm. So she's rather warm and this light is pretty white. So I'm just going to take a quick brush. I'm going to warm it up and I'm going to pink it up a little bit. And then I'm going to brush that onto these tree rays really quick all around, just so that the temperature matches. And that's it. So now we have the final image. So again, we started here and we ended there. So it's nice and warm, a little bit mysterious and spooky, and I think it's perfect. So hopefully that helped someone out there who maybe isn't quite as creative in Lightroom or Photoshop like me. You can still play and have fun and keep it rather simple. So happy Halloween!